Good day. This is Thumbs United. We are doing our video game Let's Play of... hold on. Okay, we're doing 30 Days of Destiny. Today is day 24. So let's get to work. I'm gonna start off slow with something easy. I had a heck of a time getting started. Oh my goodness, I had to uninstall Twitch and then sign out. Then I did a hard reboot of the Xbox where I had to actually unplug it. But it's working now, so that's good.
Crota's army gathers near one of the war mine's hidden bunkers. We cannot let the hive
I had to skip streaming the past 2 days because I don't know what happened, but I went to sleep and I had an upset stomach. It was from something I ate. It was too spicy or something, and then I woke up and my whole arm was dead. I think it was unrelated, but I
stop the hive from reaching Rasputin.
yeah, my arm just didn't work. It was like in so much pain, like I couldn't lift my arm really above my chest, certainly not over my head. And
Rasputin remains silent,
so that was really
but
painful.
Still fights to protect us.
But like I couldn't even look. It wasn't just my arm, it was also my neck, and it was really difficult to swallow as well, so I pulled a muscle that probably went like straight up from my arm to my neck. That was not pleasant. Not pleasant at all. But I was able to do a little bit of editing. I finally wrote that program I was talking about that does kind of step rendering where it will render 100 frames of a video, stop, and then encode that, and then render the next 100 frames. The reason why it does it in 100 frames, it doesn't have to be 100 frames. I can have it set to do 1,000 frames and stop, or do, 10 frames and stop. The reason why it stops is, like, let's say the power goes out or something. Normally when you render a video, if it doesn't finish and there's a power failure or something stops or the program stops working, you have to start over again. And so having it do it in little chunks, the program remembers the last point it rendered, and then it will pick up from there, or from the last completed 100 frames. And then
that music. Rasputin's in trouble.
Rasputin. And so it was actually kind of easy to do. I don't know why I put it off for so long. Like, I've been thinking about doing it, but it turns out I already wrote a program similar, which I knew I was going to have to, recode a little bit to get it to work. But 90% of it was already there. I just had to fix a few command line stuff.
Don't let them reach Rasputin.
So it was nice to get it done. So I already did a test video. I built this camera And what it does is, it's really like a lens adapter. It's not so much a camera. But I broke the lens to my Yai, which is a knockoff GoPro. And in fact, I actually think it's better than the GoPro. It's certainly better than the GoPro Hero 4. I don't know if it's better than the 6, 7, or 8 GoPro. But I broke the lens to it, so I made a little adapter so that it holds the action cam in the right place, so you can mount 35mm lenses to it. So what's nice is now I have a camera that, you know, can shoot 4K, and it's pretty small and light, but then it also can take interchangeable lenses. The downside is the crop factor. Since it's an action camera, the sensor is so small that
Find the controls.
I think it's...
Make sure the hive haven't destroyed Rasputin.
Rasputin. It's about... I say the crop factor is like 3.5. So if you put like a 50mm lens on, it's like close to like 150mm. So it's a camera that really turns virtually every lens into a almost telephoto lens.
Silence her screams.
Punch, punch. But then, while there was snow on the ground, I was filming my dogs in the backyard and everything with the camera, and testing it out. And I 3D printed the case, and it's just a brick. I call it a potato cam because it's ugly like a potato. And so I have to do all this setup for it, where it's essentially like a... Where I have to do all this setup. Oh man. I hear them coming for me. So I have to do all this setup, so it's essentially like a cinema cam. Like I have to rig it up, and I have to use my cell phone as the monitor, so I can have a better view of what's in focus and what's not. And the way I use my cell phone is the action cam has an app, and so you can see through the action cam through the app with the cell phone. So it's kind of funny because there's like a 5-second lag, so you have to focus really slowly to make sure you don't miss the focus. Escape! Escape! So I filmed the dogs and then I edited it, and it ended up being like an 18-minute video. So I haven't watched it yet, but I just looked at it on the Linux box and it's done. And it's in 4K. Not a good use of a supercharge. Not a good use. Flying away. Now we got a troll coming. Trolls. So the file isn't like that big. It's about 8 gigs, which Depends how you look at it. 8 gigs for 4K video is not that bad. You can't see me, I can't see you. Success. Success. Let's grab these goodies. That's kind of what I've been doing. That's what I did the day before yesterday.
Well done,
And
Rasputin is
yesterday
safe. Lokrota's army is
I
more
moved some
powerful than I
furniture
thought.
and stuff
We
around, and
cannot rest. Now is the time to stop them from waking Crota's soul.
Quota's soul. Let us go to orbit. Let us depart. I think we'll do the kill missions. Those seem to be my favorite.
Those fallen we faced in the archive belong to the House of Winter. Their Kel, Draxus,
House
has been hunted by
of
Guardians for
Winter.
years. If these reports are correct, he's commanding them from a network of caves up in the cinders. If we want to keep the Academy's secrets safe, we should push into their lair and take him out.
Take him out.
I'm ready if you are.
And I'm finally almost done with uploading stuff. I haven't figured out the schedule of when everything's gonna come out, but there is a public schedule, and I'll be posting when that stuff is added. But I have 2 new series, one coming to Flotations and one for Project Aerospace, and then Project Aerospace actually has another series. So 2 new series from Project Aerospace, new series for Patience, and then a re-release of Pam the Pioneer, but in VR, and then live to tape. More visual and audiobooks coming out. So I know live to tape's been kind of quiet recently, but that's why I was building a stockpile of content for everyone really, for live to tape and quotations and everything. So for sure the next 6 months things will be coming out. But I don't know how much longer it's gonna be. I just have to play around with the scheduling. Punch, punch, punch. And it's funny because, like, I mean, it's a lot of content. There's, for this new series for Flotations, there's 27 episodes. But
Thousands have fallen in here.
you know, I don't want to be posting it like too often, but I do want to post it more often, where it's like maybe twice a week. But punch, 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 punch you, punch you. Gotta save my bullets. But so I don't know. It's just timing. A little bit behind schedule because the renders I did ended up not working, and I didn't realize it till they all completed. And it's like, ugh. And what was worse about them, you know, not the renders failing, was that it was my fault. I had like mislabeled a folder or something like that, and I was like, oh, I have to resubmit them all again. And the way that I render it, like once it renders the file, then it can encode it into 3D, which is a side-by-side. Or it can... I got a sword! Sword! But once it's rendered, I can encode it into side-by-side 3D or 3D or VR. And so it had done all those encodes
The kill must be close.
before I realized the actual render had failed. So that was like a month worth of rendering lost. Like it was ready to be released in February, because it had been rendering all January. So that was a little disappointing, but it's finally back on track. Ah, this was much easier than before. Scooting along. Responding restricted.
A catch. It must belong to the House of Winter. I've never seen one on the surface.
House
The Kel's
of
gotta be
Winter.
inside.
Punch. Running away. Running away. We will take the steps. Sometimes I jump down in the middle. That was the worst shot ever. Part of the problem is I switched back to contacts because my glasses are falling apart. They were being held together by hot glue, and then that's finally starting to come off. So and smash. I got one for you. Snipers get sniped. There's one guy that's right there. Never very nice. Surprise, Captain! I came to you! doodly doo doo doo. Why am I paying DL? I don't like to play multiplayer, so that's why I do the story stuff and everything. I try to avoid.
That's where we'll find Draxus.
I don't know, I just like playing alone. Hello. I don't know. I just, for some reason, I'm not ready for Destiny 2 yet. Like, I technically haven't beaten everything in Destiny. I still have to get Rise of Iron and do that. But I'm just, I don't know. It's weird. I have to be in the right mindset to do something new. So, like, I had Destiny 1 for maybe 7 months. Like, actually owned it on disc before I was, like, prepared to, you know, struggle and grind in something new. Then once I get used to it, like, I've been playing Destiny, you know, non-stop for 24 days. It just takes me a while to get used to it, so maybe in a couple months I'll get Rise of Iron, and then once I finish that, I'll move on to Destiny 2.
There's the Cal.
And that's kind of the nice thing about playing Destiny 1 is, like, nobody's here. I don't know how you survived that. I don't know how we survived that. But we did.
Draxus was one of the worst plagues this system has ever seen.
Goodbye, Draxus. Goodbye. A kill rising.
Guardian, I can't wait to work with you. Been a long time since I was in the field.
I can't wait to work
Even if it's
with
just
you.
The wolves are led by Skolos, the last of their Kells. He wants control of another fallen house, the House of Winter. He'll kill their leaders and take command of their troops. With your help, we'll stop him.
Oh man, we need to have real talk. Dom39, thank you for following. Sorry I didn't see that. But we have to have real talk.
Your ghost is feeding me telemetry. I see what he
I
sees.
went,
Why not take
like,
one of those
I thought
heavy
it was a
pipes for
joke.
spin?
I really did. When I saw on Twitter, you know, O.J.
Those
Simpson
heavy pikes come
tweeting
standard with
at
mines.
Costco,
Not
got
sure
my
how to
toilet
deploy
paper,
them, though.
and he had all these bottles of water. I was like, you know, these doomsday preppers, they are, this is ridiculous. And, you know, I had enough toilet paper, so I was like, I don't have to go to the store. Like, I thought this whole toilet paper face would, you know, that was the height of it.
Take it out
No.
before they dig in.
So I have like maybe 3 rolls left, but my sisters are coming back in town. So we're like we're starting to look around, my wife and I, for toilet paper, and nobody has it. I kid you not, nobody. And most of the stores have signs on there, straight up on the door, that say, no toilet paper, nothing. And I went to, well, today. What? That was bogus. Fake. Let's go grab this pike before we get exploded. But let's go get these guys before they get a chance to disperse. Crazy driving. Now we have some privacy. Some privacy. Any day now. Success.
Last week I was delivering court
Success.
messages. Today we're delivering explosions. I love field
Explosions.
work. Get after them, Guardian. The House of Winter and Devils and Kings, they hate Skolas. They think he betrayed the Fallen at the Twilight Gap.
That took way more shots than it should have. I've never needed to take more than 3 shots.
Strange.
The
They
Sepulchre.
should be fighting. If the House of Winter already kneels to Skolas, Barracks, get on the comms. What did he say?
Nothing good.
Yes, in your tongue, he said. The wolves stand strong, cower before the Kell of Kells.
Kell of Kells. Did he give himself a promotion?
A fallen legend. He sees himself as a prophet, perhaps. Or he
I
has
will give
gone
myself
quite
a
mad.
promotion. How many landmines are there? I don't remember this many. I leave Destiny for like 2 days. I forget where all the landmines are. Punch, punch, punch. Doodly doo doo doo. Hey, Red Deadpool. Nice to see you falling. Holy moly! Now this is a nice place to take a break. the corner. Creeping around the corner. It's just thumbs united. But I'm not playing together right now. I play alone while I stream. My goodness, that took long enough.
We're getting close. That cryo trace is getting stronger.
Stronger.
That's the
Somebody
Kell.
should have
Take
stayed
him
in
down,
cryo sleep.
Guardian. And he's gone. That skiff has already
See
broken
ya.
orbit. No problem, Guardian. We'll get him. There's still plenty of wolves in there. Best clear them out. Impressive weaponry.
Success!
Varix, what is that thing?
Now that thing will actually disappear
Powerful.
if I don't pick it up fast enough.
Rare indeed.
Let's see if I can do this without dying. Surprise! Surprise! A little gift. A little gift. A token, some would say. Scepter. I'm pretty sure there's a captain. There you are. I have a token for you. And you survived. That was not expected. Punch, punch, punch. Doodly doo doo doo. You've just been up here this whole time watching me? Okay. I'm getting angry. One punch for good luck. I think we're gonna survive. I really do.
That's strange. For a moment, I detected Vex energy all around.
We survived
the site.
on the first run.
As for you, that was great work. Nice to meet a guardian that exceeds my expectations. Come back to the reef. Winter now bows to Skolos, and the wolves have just gotten started.
Wolves. I think we go to Earth now. We're gonna go out of order. We're gonna do that annoying mission. Bane of my existence. This one, for whatever reason, is so hard for me. So hard.
The House of Wolves is on the march. They're surrounding Vex
On the march.
strongholds across the Ishtar Sink. Every soldier under his command is down there. Skolos has either gone completely insane, or he's become a tactical genius. I love field work, but the hunt must
Why
end.
not both?
Now.
I'm working on this animation set, and it's like, it's not killing me, but it's not that it's killing me, it's just that it's taking a little bit longer than I wanted to. The whole point of this one animation project is that it's supposed to be a low polygon, animation, so it can render on lower end computers and stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm making it. I have all the human modeling done and the poses and everything, but I'm like, and it's all with low polygon models and stuff, and so it's like it's gonna be too complicated to have an environment. Oh, well played, sir. Well played. Anyway, it's going to be too difficult to have the low polygon models and a 3D environment together the way I want to do it. And so what I'm doing is I'm rendering a backdrop as a 3D, as a 360 image, and then I'm going to put the image inside a dome, so it's going to be its own skybox. But I did this really elaborate landscape, and the clouds are going to be awesome and everything. So I was so happy because I'm
the vault of glass. What is Skolos planning?
Because I'm rendering the 360 image first.
They've cracked the seal on the vault. Get in there,
And
we have to stop them.
I was so happy because I had it rendering overnight 2 days ago. And then I woke up and I was like, yeah, it's at 50% because I had it rendering the night before. So I was like, this is going fast, because usually I use Vue for rendering my world environments. So like trees, landscapes, and all that stuff, and mountains and sunsets and everything. But it takes a long time to render, longer than anything in Blender or Poser or whatnot. And anyway, so I'm so happy it's at 50% after only rendering for 12 hours. It's like, that's good. for what I was doing, because it was about 15 megapixels that was being rendered. And the power goes out. Not only does the power go out, the power doesn't fully go out. It's just that flicker where it goes off and then on. So all the computers shut down. I lost everything that was rendered the 12 hours. And then I had to start over. So I start over, and again, another 12 hours goes by. And this is yesterday. Another 12 hours goes by, and it gets to 56%, and I'll hold. So today, so it's been about 30 hours, and it's only at 63%. So it did the first 12 hours, it got to 50% of the way, and now it's been about 20 hours. And it's only gone like progressed like 4 percentiles. So it's still a slow program. So I'm not going to be doing creative streams until it finishes. So it might be like, I don't know, we'll see. There's going to be a lot more video games.
Skolos has gone crazy is the good version here. I've
Crazy.
seen reports from Prince Aldrin's crows. Reports about the technology of the vault. Really, just awful stuff.
I dislike this so much. Strongly dislike. Look, a body. No, the bells are chiming. Okay, time to dance. Rat-a-tat-tat.
Bad, very bad. Wolves try
Bad
to
is
tap
right.
oracles, big glowing squares. Guardian, destroy the oracles. Destroy them fast. Oracle has appeared. An oracle. Destroy.
I just have to kind of ignore everyone. Oh no. I lost. Oh, I hate this. Oracles are the worst.
was trying to tap oracles, big glowing squares. Guardian, destroy the oracles. Destroy them fast. Oracle has appeared.
Stay back here.
An oracle. Destroy.
Running away.
One more oracle.
And then we get to misbehave. I aim to misbehave.
Ferrex, good work. Guardian, even better.
Varix didn't do
Clear out the rest of
anything.
those wolves and we'll talk.
Varix is just talking away. Gotta pick it up before it disappears. And I miss. I will hide here in my corner. You get a grenade. And yet you survive. I would really like to supercharge. Oh, but I have a sword. I always forget about the sword.
So Skolos wanted to use the oracles as taps into the Vex network. This isn't just a hunt. A fallen house with Vex technology is a threat to the whole system.
It's a threat.
Things simple now.
a trap.
Yes. We find Skolas. We put an end to Keller Kells. Or wolves put an end to us.
This was my least favorite mission, like ever. So now we're gonna go to Earth. It's all downhill from here now. Hey Fox UAE 91, thank you for following. To Earth. That's not the Earth. I think we're kind of going in order now. The Silent Fang.
Before I earned my post as the Queen's emissary, I served her in the Reef Wars. The Silent Fang are assassins, killers, real charmers.
Assassin's gonna assassinate.
During the war, they went after our commanders. They'll do the same to the House of Devils. Varix and I know all their tricks, though. We'll get them. they're gathering at the Cosmodrome gates. Best we find them before they do what they do best. Watch your back.
What on earth? I didn't even hit that hard.
In the war, I led an attack on the Fang during the Cybele Uprising. We managed to kill or capture most of them. Only reason we won, I think.
Let's see. How is everyone in the room? That was kind of creepy. Creeping along. I went into Best Buy 2 days ago. And I don't know. I mean, it was fine. But like, I shoot with a Canon camera. And I'm pretty diehard Canon person, but I've been eyeballing this Sony camera called the A7. What's the A7? The one I'm specifically looking at is the A7R2. But I've never really held the Sony camera, and the big deal is that it has no mirrors. You don't have to look through the eyepiece. It's an LCD screen eyepiece and everything. So the first time I went to Best Buy to test it out, my goodness, there were like things I couldn't get to work. Like I couldn't change the aperture, and I was like, this is really hard to use. You missed. You missed. And so, going back the other day, I was able to like really use it, and it's interesting. I'm kind of afraid of like that's how cameras like. One of those bullets had to hit that. But it's kind of, I don't know, it's scary.
The Fang probably helped Skolas escape.
Because
But
Canon now
rumor
has a
has it
camera.
The Queen gave him to the
I think it's the 5M or the
How did
50M,
the Fang get Skolas past
which is
them?
similar camera. They're trying to get rid of the mirrors and everything.
Yes.
So you just, it's all digital. Usually with the DSLRs, when you look through the eyepiece, you're actually looking through the lens. And then when you take a picture, it flips the mirror up, and then the sensor, can see. And so that's why they do that clicking. And the DSLRs are noisy, because not only is the shutter moving, but it also has to click the mirror out of the way. And so it's called a single lens reflex. And so then so the D is for digital. It's a digital single lens reflex. And so the advantage of those is you get to see exactly what the lens sees. It's easier to compose. Usually the eyepiece is actually a lot bigger than what the old film cameras eyepiece you would look through. I'm angry, and I wasn't expecting that captain there. I don't know, so there's like a little bit of lag. I mean, it's pretty close to being instantaneous with the LCD viewfinder and everything. It's just, I don't know. It's just a little jarring to me.
That was Commander of the Fang. He just called you a, well, it was an insult.
And the part that I feel jarred about is the lag. Like, it looks so pristine and clear, and if you're using auto settings like autofocus and everything, it's really fast, and it's pretty good at figuring out what you want in focus. The problem is, like, most of the time I shoot on manual, where I do the focus and everything, and so it's kind of hard to tell what's in focus and what's out of focus on the LCD screen. And so when I use the camera, it's kind of feels a little like it's numb, if that makes sense. Or before, I can really feel the camera and everything, and it's like shutter speed, aperture, and focusing is really fast. But with the all digital systems, the electronic viewfinder and everything, it's like, okay, I have to almost triple check the focus and everything. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I actually wanted my sword. That was the wrong move. Might die because of that. You came back to die. Phew.
Nice work. You denied
survived.
Skolos, the House of Devils. But there's another
Survived.
fallen house on Earth. I'd be willing to bet he's going after the kings next.
Probably is. Let's go find out. And this is our second to last mission of tonight. We will. I guess after this we go get Skolos. Skolosk.
The House of Kings is unique among the Fallen. They are
House
secretive,
of Kings.
dangerous. They hide in the shadow of the Cosmodrome, waiting.
Lurker's gonna lurk.
If Skolos can bring the House of Kings under his banner, we're all in trouble. I'm game. Damn. I'm getting a lot of interference down there. Hold tight, Guardian.
Guardian, try to find the source of the interference and stop it.
Skolas jamming signals with high servitors. Reef war tactics.
High servitors.
Advanced warfare. May fool Petra. Does not fool me. I shall be your guide.
This guy is long-winded and has vocal fry. Let's see. Your shield did nothing to protect you. And down we go.
Servitor is source of interference. Kill it dead.
Yeah. Take you both out.
Signal still corrupted. Wolves must have second servitor. Push forward.
I might not survive. Survival. Survival of the fittest. Let's get at it.
I was House Judgment Scribe to House Wolves. Skolas was vicious, even for a fallen Kell. I could not stomach his hate.
Haters gonna hate. Oh my goodness. I might actually die in real life. My dog just gassed me. Where are you? Where are you?
It is good to work with you, with Petra. All that are fallen are not lost, yes? Signal close. Can you see it?
A grenade in your eyeball.
Excellent. Whatever you did, your signal's coming through loud and clear now. Barracks, are you with us?
Yes, I am here. Kings will see Wolfpack as well. They will not be pleased.
The wolves are approaching an old command center beyond the rocket yard.
Command.
That must be where the kings are hidden. At the Battle of Twilight Gap, the Devils, the Kings, and the House of Winter joined forces to take on the city. The House of Wolves could have turned the tide for the fallen, but my queen interfered.
I was getting nervous there for a second.
You are here to deny Skolas House Kings.
Let us
They will
deny
not know,
Skolas.
and they would not care. They will try to kill you. Kill them back. If Kings detected House Wolves before attack, Skolas may have met his match.
Maybe he met his
I'm
match.
detecting lots of activity from the
Maybe.
command center. I think you dropped the servitor jamming just in time.
Punch, punch, punch. Creeping along. Punch, punch, punch. Surprise! Now we get to do some real destruction. Slicing everybody up. Mission complete.
The wolves are dead, and the kings, well, they're still a danger to the city. But at least they don't work for Skolas. I call that a win. Come on back, Guardian.
Not working for Skolas. Let us go to the last mission of the night. Loading, loading. This is the loading song. We're going to get Draxus. Not even Draxus, Skolas.
Guardian, new orders from the Queen. She wants Skolas captured alive. I live to serve.
Alive.
Just makes this a little harder, that's all.
Makes me think
You'll
of
be the tip of the spear.
Star Wars
Get
Episode
down there,
3.
find him and pin him.
She was
I'll be
alive
nearby with the
when
capture
last
team
I
of Prince
felt.
Aldrin's crows.
The team and I just set down in a canyon a few kilometers from the Citadel. When you find him, we'll be ready.
You'll be ready. I have a bit of a drive.
So, he tried to conquer the other fallen houses and failed. Maybe now it's about weapons. Outfitting the wolves with Vex instruments of war?
If Skolas thinks he is Kell of prophecy, then weapons could turn the tail.
Taken gonna take. That guy's always running away. Nah, let's ignore the Taken and pretend we didn't see him. Looks like the Taken don't want me to ignore them. Got a sword!
Whatever he's up to, I've got a bearing on that signal. It's way up there, top of the tower. Better
Way
start
up
climbing,
there.
Guardian.
Kinda helps to hit your targets. Creeping along. Creeping along.
Strong gravity distortion at your location.
Yeah. Taking everyone down with me. Okay. I went ballistic. You need a sword. Ow. Open the door. Open the door. The juncture.
I was House Judgment Scribe. I stood with Skolas for much of Reef Wars. Now, I stand with you in Judgment of Wolfkill. That feels right somehow.
Skolas's catch. This is it, Guardian.
Hopping around. Dude, I barely made that.
The Vex tech here matches a signature from the Vault of Glass. These machines fade in and out of our timeline. Watch your step. You're getting close.
Making it
The
across.
Crowsfire inbound.
In record time. Time to party.
Guardian, there are dozens of new Wolf signatures, and the number keeps growing. It's the Vex tech.
It's growing.
Skolas! He's pulling the entire House of Wolves through time!
I don't even know if this does anything. I like to think it does. Skolas.
He just said, I stole the gift of freedom. Secrets of time.
I don't even
and
see
space.
Skolas.
House of Wolves will stand forever.
He has nowhere left to run. Take him down!
Success.
The House of Wolves
Success.
is broken. Stand by for a
Goodbye,
transmission.
House of Wolves.
This is
Goodbye.
Morrisov, Queen of the Awoken. Guardian.
Well,
When you first
I want
came
to
in
thank everyone
search
for
of the
coming
Black
out. We
Garden,
did
I
really
thought
good
of
today.
you
I
as
want to
just
thank
another
all the
mote
new
of light,
followers.
too far
I will
from
be
its
on
traveler.
tomorrow
I
sometime
see now
between
that I was wrong.
9 and 11
Accept
p.m.
my
Eastern Time.
thanks
We
and
will
the
continue
promise
our
of
30
a
days of
fitting
Destiny.
reward.
Today's 24.
Petra,
So
bring
we have 6 more
Skolas
days.
to me.
And spoiler
Capture
alert,
confirmed.
we're probably going to go
I
over
almost
that.
feel sorry for Skolas
Thank
here.
you everyone for coming by.
Conversations with the
See
Queen
everyone
can be
tomorrow. Bye-bye.